My oh my, what have our friends gotten us into? Hey guys, it's CL, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before we begin today's video, please leave a like, subscribe, and hit the Bertrand bell to keep updated on future videos. Now, without further ado, let's discuss the 8th episode of Campaign 3 of Critical Role. We begin where we left off last week, meeting the ever-elderly CHETNEY Pakopi. Is it just me, or does his last name sound like some sort of expensive dog breed? As the gang head towards the Spire by Fire, they get acquainted with their new friend. CHETNEY is a master craftsman who has just recently lost his job in Uthadurn, a city north of Wildmount. CHETNEY uses his woodworking skills to make toys, and strikes up a deal with our adventurers that they would help him track down his acquaintance named Gurge in exchange for custom toy commissions. After finding out the bare bones of Travis's new character backstory, Matt whispers in Liam's ear that the group has been tailed, and Orem and his friends try to track down the mysterious figure. Apparently the same figure from earlier that day in the theater, they meet Cyrus Wyvernwind, Dorian's still hot AF brother, who has now aligned himself with the Corsairs. Or the Corsairs. I need a spelling, you guys. Dorian, whose real name is revealed to be Bronte Wyvernwind, and his brother are the next of kin to take over the Silken Squall, a long lineage of oracles who live in the sky. While apparently their parents before them got to freely roam and travel and adventure before they took up their mantles as quote-unquote king and queen, our pair of brothers were, I guess, helicopter mommed and had to escape by their own means. Cyrus reveals to his brother that he may no longer be the one to take the laurel crown, as he's gotten caught up in a bad job and now has a bounty on his hands. A 20k bounty. Whatever was stolen must have been extremely valuable and important. Perhaps the broomstone we've been hearing so much about. After Matt trolls Dorian on his way back home from dropping off his brother, the band of friends wake up the next morning to notice a sign posting on the bulletin board. Apparently, a group of mercenaries called the Paragon's Call, or the Paragon Calls. I'm not entirely sure on the S emphasis. Anyway, they aren't too happy with the Corsairs or the Wilders' way of handling them. Looks like we have a West Side Story brawl about to break out. With CHETNEY in tow, our friends depart the Spire by Fire and track down the disheveled home of Gurge. Imogen and Fern find some claw marks and investigate, but they're disturbed by Gurge's landlord showing up for the rent. It seems the Corsairs aren't the only thing the Wilders can't handle. There have been alleged hauntings in the Lantern Spire. There were dangerous dealings with pieces of furniture like our friends faced in the first episode. There were even direwolf attacks, which could be the mysterious claw marks in Gurge's floor. Deciding to dig further, the group begin to ask around about the attacks and the man's whereabouts. They meet two guards, who seem on edge at the mention of the name, and they go speak to their boss on what to tell them. Fern uses her wild shape to change into a rodent and follows the two men inside, eavesdropping on their conversation. They know a lot more than they let on. The leader telling the two guards to lie to the Bertrand Bellas that Gurge was being held in jail for unspecified crimes. However, as the conversation ended, Fern didn't manage to get out of the way fast enough and was popped back into her human form. What do we think is going on with Gurge? Was he murdered and the Wilders are covering it up? Is there more to the Gurge story than CHETNEY is leading on? Is he truly trying to find these master craftsmen in search of work? Or is there something more to it? Do you think Dorian would look extra hot in a flower crown? Let me know in the comments below. I want to give a brief shout out to Delta Blaze 77, who commented on a previous video and had a theory about Ashton that I really liked. Delta thinks that Oshad Brescio, or the Anger, is actually Ashton, and that maybe their head injury has caused them to have a lapse in their memory. Could he be the Anger? What do you guys think? I also want to say a quick thank you for making 2021 a great year on this channel. I've gotten a lot of support over here for my Critical Role recaps, and I can't thank you all enough for the kind comments. Don't forget, there will be no new episodes of Critical Role until January 6th, which means there won't be a new recap until January 8th. In the meantime, I'll be posting a vlog we recorded during the photo shoot of my first EP back in 2020, and also a brand new lyric video for a song off my first studio album, Scorpio, which is available on all streaming platforms right now. If you want to check out my side projects, a pilot podcast will be doing our annual Christmas special, talking about Doctor Who, King of the Hill, and Gilmore Girls. That episode will post on Monday. Also, don't forget about Marvelous Tunes, a Taylor Swift podcast I do with my friend Kayla. We recently talked about the song I Bet You Think About Me. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a happy new year and happy holidays to all who celebrate. Stay safe out there. Good day, my friends.